I did my research with Professor José Camacho in the Spanish department, and his research was studying how native Spanish speakers who are learning English acquire English idioms, and whether they acquire them at all, if they understand the true meaning of the idiom or just the practical meaning of it. So an example of some of the idioms we had were "it's raining cats and dogs," or "take it with a grain of salt," stuff that people say in everyday language. Basically, what we started off doing was he had me do a literature review. So I used the Rutgers library database and looked for articles relating to the topic. So previous studies done on language acquisition, idioms, anything like that. After the literature review, he had us compile a list of English idioms and test them on English speakers to see which idioms were used popularly. And he wanted to test whether people who are acquiring English as a second language would learn the true meaning of these idioms. So after we had a list of a few idioms, we tested those on native English speakers, and then we had to create sentences using the idioms and change the context and syntax and everything of the idioms. So for example, we had one sentence that said, "It's raining 5 cats and 6 dogs." And then we had another one that said, "It's raining cats and dogs." And just kind of give little context clues, but nothing to give the meaning away. And then we had to test the English speakers to see if they could distinguish between the sentences and pick out the correct idiom use. I got involved with this research through the URESTI undergraduate research program, and it was the end of my freshman year. We were sent an application, looked through the list of professors and their different research projects. So at the time, I'm currently majoring in Spanish linguistics, so that was something that stood out for me, and I noticed Professor Camacho's project was on language acquisition, which was something that also interested me. So I decided to apply for it. I had a brief interview with him, and he chose me. Dr. Camacho was really supportive throughout the whole research project and helping us develop processes and tests and everything. He really helped us understand the big picture behind the research, and while we were doing small tasks, like a day-to-day basis, and then overall he helped us see what we were trying to research and what we were trying to find out and how this would help future research in the area. I'm currently applying to graduate school to get my master's in public health. I want to go for epidemiology. A lot of epidemiology has to do with research, and a lot of the basic steps are the same. A literature review, doing control tests and stuff like that, choosing subjects. So I think this really laid down the foundation for future research that I would want to do. I think that research is important to the undergraduate experience, but again, it depends on your area of study and your interest in research. There's a lot of things that you can sign up for and do it, but if you don't have the heart for it, it's not really worth it. I think if you're setting out to do research and really interested in the material, then it's a great opportunity and experience.